Letty. I will be sharing my testimony with you this evening, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a student at ECC, hoping to transfer to ULA to major in communication disorders. It's kind of weird because I have like this fear of speaking in public, and here I am. Well, for coming to Christ, I heard the gospel several times. It was more of a gradual experience for me. I grew up in a Catholic house, so the concept of God in church wasn't really brand new. It was repeated. It wasn't too consistent, but it was there. And I didn't really know much of God. It was just kind of like this guy in the picture in the living room. The stained glass windows at church, that's what God was to me. Growing up was fairly easy. I didn't struggle with much of anything. I had a really good relationship with my parents. They were realistic with expectations. They weren't hard on us. There was a lot of freedom, but that didn't mean I abused it. I didn't really need to rebel against anything because I was allowed to do a lot. I had good friends, family, boyfriends, and I did fairly well in school. That was until senior. Sorry. While everyone was choosing the school to apply for, and application dates were due, I wasn't doing the same thing. And no, it wasn't really senioritis. I wanted to do things, but it didn't work out that way for me. My mom had health complications and needed to have her reproductive organs removed because of a tumor, and it followed with chemotherapy sessions. And my boyfriend got me in the process. I mean, it's funny now to me, but it wasn't really funny then. It definitely threw me off balance, and but I was expected to stay and do really well in school. And it was hard because my sisters set a very good standard. They were honor students, and I wasn't really up there. I had to test into higher level classes early senior year, and that was considered late, so I had to be in the counselor's office pretty often. For one of the sessions to transfer to a higher level Spanish class, my counselor ended up noticing that I wasn't really being myself, so he actually made me talk about it. It was kind of like a forbidden thing in my family to talk about, but he did, and it actually made things really easy for me, actually too easy, because I ended up developing some pretty bad habits, from ditching school, drugs and alcohol, eating disorders, everything. But my teachers were really easy on me. Too easy, actually, because I found out that my counselor sent an email to all my teachers to let them know what I was doing, so I really wasn't expected to really be there. I passed all my classes, but I put no effort in, and I missed more than half the days senior year. And it was time to go to college. I didn't apply anywhere, and decisions had to be made. So it seemed easier to take my first semester off, and I did. I was invited to go to a Bible study at Harvest Bible Chapel in Elgin on Rand Road. And I heard the gospel there. I met new people, and they were great. But I didn't build a relationship with God. I was still doing drugs, and I wasn't really interested in pursuing any specific career. My first year at school, I went to UCC, and seeing that I got away with a lot senior year, I didn't put any effort in at UCC. But this time, it was a little different. I actually failed classes. I never failed anything before, so it was kind of hard, and my honors sisters set a bar that I had to reach, so that was pretty embarrassing, and I had to put more effort. So studying, but I was doing it. And it came to have a time to study for finals. And I did go study. I got an invite from my friend, Nicolette, to study for finals for spring semester. And she was in the library.
It's so cool now.
When I went in, there was a couple of guys from church here, actually. There's Melissa, Marielle, and Jared. I didn't talk too much. I was actually on the borderline of failing or passing a class, so I was really focusing on that. And the next day, I got an invite on Facebook for prior praise night. I didn't really read the details. I saw a fire in the picture, so I was like, what is this, a bonfire? It was a bonfire. But they're like, are you kidding? It's at church. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll go. And I came. I like how they worship here, and it felt a little different. It actually seemed very fun. Then there was another Facebook invite for summer Bible studies. I was kind of hesitant. I was lazy. They were really far, but I went. Another Facebook invite. This Facebook thing's kind of cool. For Impact Bible study, and I also went. We had smaller issues of not having solid leadership, so we got a room for Impact, and he said yes, and he asked me if I could help lead. Now, when I read that message, I thought he meant help lead kickoff, the first day, the day everybody shares, the day everybody just plays a game. So I came to meet and we planned it, and then Katie said, all right guys, we're going to choose a date, a time, and a place to meet every week. And I was like, whoa, what? And honestly, I didn't tell Katie, and I had to contemplate several times whether I was going to tell him that I didn't want to do that I wasn't ready for that. But I decided to say, like, I can do this. It was scary, but I could do this. And that's where I started there. I served with Melissa and Lewis at Impact, also with the guys from Seeds, Doug, Anthony, BJ. And it was definitely an experience. It opened my eyes far more than I'd ever cared to look at. I met people that I would never have spoken to, or probably even looked at at school. And if you were to ask me who God was 1 year ago, I'd point at a picture. That guy. If you ask me who God is now, He's my Savior. He's my rock. He's my everything. And I wouldn't be the same without Him. I came to know Him at a deeper level, and I'm very grateful for that. So no, it wasn't a big bang moment where the heavens open, like a big gate, and there's a party in there and I want to go. It was a gradual experience, and I wouldn't have it any other way.